Okay, I need to say something that I think a lot of moms in Canada are feeling, but nobody's actually saying out loud. Life here, right now, it's not easy. And I'm not talking about the version of Canada you see on social media, the maple syrup, the lakes, the best country to raise kids list. I'm talking about the actual day-to-day bills on the table, who's watching my kids this summer reality. So let's talk about it. Hey, if you're new here, I'm Christina. I'm a mom of two. I run a cleaning business and I'm currently in the middle of a huge life transition. Before I talk about that transition, I wanted to pause and talk about where we are right now, because I think it's important to be honest about the season I'm in before I talk about the season I'm moving toward. So today, I'm just going to lay it out, the real cost of living here, the stuff that doesn't show up in the brochures. Stick with me till the end, because I do want to leave you with something hopeful, not just heavy. Let's start with the obvious, money. I don't think people outside Canada or even people here who are not paying close attention realize how much the cost of living has gone up. Groceries, gas. I'll go to the store for what used to be $60 and now I'm walking out having spent close to $120 and I didn't even buy that much. And it's not just groceries, it's the small stuff that adds up. School supplies, kids' shoes, because they grow out of everything every 6 months. Gas to get to and from work, hydro bills that spike the second the weather turns. As a mom, you're the one tracking all of it. You're the one doing the mental math in the grocery aisle, deciding if you really need both items or just one. And here is the part that's really hard to admit. I run a cleaning business and I'm working, so it still feels like I'm running just to stay in place. That's the reality of a lot of families right now, not just mine. Now, I'm filming this in the summer, so the irony is not lost on me. Right now, it's warm, the kids are outside, everything feels easy. But I want to talk about the other 8 or 9 months of the year, because that's the part people forget about when they imagine moving to Canada. The winter here is not just cold, it's long, it's dark by 4:30 in the afternoon, it's snow that just doesn't fall once and melt. It stays. It piles up and you're shoveling it before you even get the kids out the door for school. And as a mom, winter changes everything about your day. Outdoor time with the kids, gone or seriously limited. Trips that you could make to the park, those don't really happen that much. Everyone is cooped up inside for months, and that does something to a household, to the kids' energy, to your own mood, to how much patience you have left by February. And the hydro bill in the winter is its own conversation. Heating a house through a Canadian winter is not cheap, so you're paying more to stay warm, while also feeling more isolated because you physically can't get out as much. That combination, financial pressure plus seasonal isolation, is something I don't think gets talked about enough when people romanticize Canada. Childcare and school closures. This one is probably the one that hits hardest for working moms specifically. Babysitting here is not easy to come by, and it's not cheap when you do find it. And then you add in the fact that schools close for the summer for over 2 months, and suddenly you're a parent trying to figure out who is watching my kids while I work. Camps fill up fast and they're so expensive. We are talking hundreds of dollars a week per child. For full daycare, If you have more than one kid, that adds up to a number that genuinely competes the rest of your expenses. And if you can't afford camp every single week or it's full, your options are basically scramble for a babysitter, lean on a neighbor if you're lucky enough to have one, or keep your kids home and try to work around them. Since I run a cleaning business, I don't have the luxury of just calling in. If I don't work, I don't get paid. So summer, which is supposed to be fun, relaxed, actually becomes one of the most logistically stressful times of the year for moms like me. You're constantly trying to solve a puzzle of who's where, who's watching who, and how much it's going to cost you to make it work. And this brings me to probably the biggest one, the one underneath all the others. We don't have the support system here that we would have had back home. No grandma down the street who can just pop over. No auntie who takes the kids for the weekend so you can breathe. No built-in village. Every single thing, the school pickups, the sick days, the appointments, I just need 2 hours to myself. It's all on me, or on me and me. Full stop. And I think that's the piece that really separates hard from hard and lonely, because when you don't have family nearby, every challenge you carry gets harder. There is no one to hand even a small piece of it to. You're doing bedtime alone. You're doing the school run alone. You're making every decision without that extra set of hands or that extra voice of reassurance. A lot of immigrant moms feel this specifically. You left a place where your community was just built into daily life, and you land somewhere where you have to build that from scratch, slowly, sometimes after years of feeling like you're doing it all. And there's more I could list. The mental load of being the one who remembers everything. Appointments, forms, what's due at school, what's in the fridge, the healthcare wait times, when your kid is sick and you can't get in anywhere quickly, the comparison trap of scrolling and seeing other families who seem to have it all figured out, when really everyone's just editing out the hard parts the same way I could edit this video to only show you the pretty stuff. That's really the heart of why I wanted to make this video, not to complain, just to be honest. For the moms watching this who feel like they're failing at something everyone else seems to be doing easily, you're not failing. This is genuinely hard, and it's hard for almost everyone. I'm not just saying it, If you've been with me a while, faith is a big part of how I get through these seasons. And I'll be honest, I don't always feel strong in it. Some days I'm just tired and asking God to get me through the day, not even the week. But what I've learned is that hard seasons aren't proof that something is wrong with you or your plan. Sometimes they're just the season, and you're allowed to find it hard and still trust that God is carrying you through. So that's the real unfiltered version of life in Canada as a mom right now. The bills, the winters, the childcare scramble, the lack of a village, and everything underneath it. I'm sharing this honestly because I think it matters, especially as I'm in the season of preparing for, my move. If this resonated with you, drop a comment and tell me which part hit closest to home. I read every single one. And if you want to follow along as our family works towards the next chapter, make sure you're subscribed, because there's a lot more honest, real life content coming. Trust God, take it one step at a time, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.